before we jump into the command line, if you've noticed in my iTerm terminal, I've got these colors and it's nice or whatever. And if you don't have that already, which you probably don't, we can go ahead and customize these colors. So again, our bash profile loads every time these settings load every time we open up a terminal. So we can customize our terminal settings via using our bash profile. So if I want to customize all these colors, I'm going to open up my bash profile by doing code bash profile, and it should open up my bash profile in VSCode right here. And you can copy and paste this entire thing into your bash profile. So you can kind of see the parse, all this stuff. So, yep. So these are your colors, and here's some other stuff. But just copy and paste it in your bash profile in addition to everything you've already copied and pasted in there, and save it and reload your bash profile. Does anybody remember how to reload your bash profile?
Isn't that source?
Source tilde bash profile to load your bash profile, like reload it. And now if you exit out of your terminal and enter it back in, you should see all these colors. Does anybody see their new colors take place yet? Yep. Nice.
I do.
Cool. All right. So I'll give it a minute. We're almost done for the day. We got probably another hour, hopefully not that long. We have a little bit more to cover with the command line. I kind of want to go over VSCode again a little bit and just show you all some shortcuts. All right.
So is this a shorter day for the first day?
Well, then you'll have to work on your challenges.
Sure.
So it's actually a longer day as far as lecturing and just going through all this stuff. So this is a longer day.
So once we paste the parse get branch, all that text, what do we do after we put that into our bash profile?
Let's see. So once you save it and then you reload it. So I come into here, open up my bash profile right here. I copied and pasted it into here. I save it. It should automatically already save. So you save it, exit out of it, and then, there we go. Then
do we have to add it in at the top, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter. Okay. I just added it at the top. And then you want to reload your bash profile by running source bash profile.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. Next, Augie, are you still having issues with the installing command line tools for Xcode?
Nope, it finished, and I did a couple of the.
Oh, okay.
I did Python, Postgres, and SQLite.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was still an issue I was going to have.
Thank you for checking.
All right. So let's actually jump to the command line. So we've already been working in the command line. It's called the command line. It's called the console. What else is it called? What other names are for people call it? I usually just call it the terminal, command line, console, whatever. But essentially, so the command line enables us to navigate your local computer using various commands. So traditionally, when we want to navigate a computer, we have folders. We can right click on a folder. So for example, if I wanted to create a new folder, I can click new folder, and I don't even know where that went. How did that go? Cool, I just created a new folder and I don't even know where it's at. Yeah, you can create a new folder. Where'd it go? Where the hell is it going? Oh, there we go. So here's, whoop. So yeah, you can create a new folder and like create new, like right click. Hold on a second. Can I show? It's not none. Whoop. All right, where did that go? Just want to move the folder to here. Oh, there we go. So here I can open the folder. I can like open a new file, etc. But that's like kind of how you can create new folders in here. And it's all done via a graphical user interface. That's the traditional way to do it, but we're developers now, and we want to be a little more efficient the way we navigate a computer. So that's where the command line interface comes in. We can create, let's go back. So what can you do with the command line? You can create a folder, add a folder, remove a folder, list all the contents in the folder, create files, remove files, navigate to another folder. And it's actually much more efficient once you understand the commands to navigate your machine versus just right clicking and using the mouse. I remember my last job, not my last job, when I worked in banking, we used to use Excel a lot. And the whole goal to get very efficient at Excel was to not use the mouse at all. Like if you can not use the mouse to navigate Excel and do all these kinds of formulas and create models and stuff, you were pretty good. What just happened? Oh, okay. Never mind. So that's kind of what using the command line is, to navigate your computer, local machine, without using your mouse. So what can you do with the command line? So there's numerous actions you can do, like making a folder, which is mkdir. You can create a file by using touch. You've already seen this touch command before when we created a bash profile, as well as I think the shells or something like that. You can remove a folder, like delete a folder, by using rm, remove directory, or rmrf, which is, I think it stands for recursively forcibly like remove a folder. So rmdir or rm-rf removes folder, recursively removes all items in a folder and removes the folder. So if you have a folder that has files or additional folders in it, you can delete all the files and folders within the folder, including the folder itself, by using the rmrf. You can remove a file, which deletes it. ls, you can list everything in a folder, and cd that changes the directory. So if I come into here with these specific commands, if I just wanted to list everything in this current folder, or first I wanted to navigate to if I just want to list everything in this working directory. So this is the current working directory. I'm in Tom's MacBook Pro 2. If I wanted to list everything in here in the specific directory, how do I do that? ls. So if I list everything, ls. See right here, I've got everything in here. I've got applications, I've got code Platoon, all this different stuff. So U.S. National Parks. So if I wanted to navigate to U.S. National Parks, and I wanted to go into this folder, I can do, it's kind of hard to see. What's the command to do that?
CD,
CD followed by what?
the name of the file.
Yep. So if I wanted a CD and then the name of the folder, I can US national. And if I, as I'm typing it out, if I press tab, it will auto-complete because it kind of already knows like, hey, the only thing in this file that starts with US _N is the US national parks. So, yep.
Does it autocomplete because you listed those and it's already on the page, or because it's looking inside the file and it knows it's there?
It already knows, it's looking inside of this directory and already knows that US National Parks is there. Cool. So it has nothing to do with me listing it out at all. So go ahead.
When you're using like your GUI and you right click to delete a folder, it automatically deletes everything in that folder along with it. What's the difference between remove dir and recursively removing a folder?
So we can go, so if you just remove dir, so let's test this out. Let's see. So if I wanted to make a directory called test directory, I can do mkdir test directory, right? Okay, nothing happened, which is usually a good sign when they're like nothing actually happens. And I press ls. Where's my test directory? QRS. So here's my test directory. And I can CD in the test. So I'm going to CD and I'm going to type TE and I'm going to tab over to try to auto-complete it. But see how it didn't auto-complete test directory? It's because it looked in here and says, hey, there's another thing called test. I guess it's supposed to say Django, but it says test-Django and test _ directory. So it doesn't know which one I want. But then if I do the underscore one, now it knows like, hey, test _ is the only thing that has directory in it. So I'm in here. I'm going to clear the screen. Like if I want to scroll up, I can see everything, but I just want a little more room. And now I'm within test directory. See, I'm in TA map pro 2 inside the test directory. And now I say, I want to create a file, a test JavaScript file. How do I do that?
Touch JavaScript, whatever.
So it would be, if I want to, whatever the name of the file, I want to say test. I want it to be a test JavaScript file. So I need to include I need to include the extension. It's a JavaScript. It needs to have a .js for a JavaScript extension. I've got that. So nothing broke. But now if I list everything out in the folder, I see I've got this test.js file. Now, if I want to create another JavaScript file called like automation or, Tesla or something like that, and I want to create a Python file, I want to create 2 files at the same time. Let's see if I can do that. I can do touch 1 JavaScript, and I want 2 to be a Python file. What's the Python extension for a Python file?
py.
So 1 is going to be a JavaScript file because it's got the extension JS, and 2 is going to be a Python file because it's got the extension py. So nothing broke, but now if I list everything out, I've got 1 JS, test.js, and 2 py. Now, if I wanted to delete this directory, how do I go up 1 level? So I'm currently in test directory, but I want to go into the directory that I was previously. How do I do that?
CD ...
CD, and I want to go up 1 level. I want to go up, like that means I go up 1 level. So right now I'm currently in this test directory right here. If I CD ... I'm back in my normal directory and I can list everything out, and there's my test directory. Now the question was, why can't I use mkdir or these 2 different, like what's the difference between these 2? If I wanted to delete the test directory, I can do rmdir test _ directory, and let's see what happens, because there's already things, there's 3 files that exist in there. So if I click that, it says mkdir test directory not empty. So it's not allowing me to delete it. See, it's still here because there's files that exist in it.
Gotcha. So the only time you would use that is if it was an empty directory.
Correct.
Okay.
Test. Now, if I want to delete all the files in the test directory, including the test directory folder, I use rm recursively force. See, nothing bad happened, or I didn't get any errors or anything. I list everything out. Now the test directory is not there anymore. All right. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Let's walk through this together on creating a, oh, what the hell's going on? This exercise together. Let's see. That's not working. All right. So if you want, you can follow along, or we can just do this together. So I'm going to clear the terminal. And so it says make a folder on the desktop called command line exercise. So if I list everything out right in here, I need to navigate to the desktop. How do I navigate to the desktop?
CD desktop.
CD desktop. There we go. Now I'm going to clear the screen. Just give me some more room. I'm going to list everything out in the desktop by typing ls, clicking enter. Now I have all of the stuff on my desktop. It says, all right, now I have to create a folder on my desktop called command line exercise. So how do what's the command for that?
Make dir.
Make dir, mkdir, command line exercise. Now if I list everything out, where is it? There's my command line exercise folder. It says inside that folder, make a folder called exercise 1. So I need to navigate to the command line exercise folder. See, and right now I'm currently in the desktop. I need to navigate to the command line exercise. Again, I just typed cd, C-O-M-M, and pressed tab. It auto-completed it. And now I've got command line exercise. Now see it's a desktop command line exercise. It's kind of hard to see. So inside the command line exercise, let's clear that folder. What does it say? Make a folder called exercise 1, exercise _1. List it. Here's another folder, exercise 1. Inside exercise 1 folder, make a empty file called awesome.txt. So now, let's see if I can. There we go. I list it. So there's nothing in the exercise 1 folder, but I want to create an empty file. How do I create a file again? Touch. Awesome.txt. Don't forget to include the file extensions whenever you're creating files. So I created a file. I listed it out. There's my awesome text file. And now it says go back out one directory and create another folder called exercise 2. Again, how do I go up one directory?
CD ...
Okay. What if I wanted to go up 2 directories back into the desktop?
CD ... /..
So just for example, if I wanted to go back, so I'm in exercise 1. If I wanted to go up to exercise or command line exercises, it'd be ... If I wanted to go up to desktop, it'd be CD ... /.. So if I do CD dot dot forward slash dot dot, I'm back into the desktop. But I don't want to be in the desktop. I want to be in command line exercise. And I want to create another folder called exercise 2. Oh, whoops. Oh, I messed that up. What did I do wrong?
Forgot
Made
the
a
file
file
extension.
instead of a directory.
Yep, let's see what happens. See, right here, exercise 1 is just a folder. It's like very bright. It's like a blue. And exercise 2 is a file with no file extensions. So I actually want to delete exercise 2 and create a folder. How do I delete a file?
RM, I think.
RM exercise 2. There, I just deleted the exercise 2 file, and I want to create it and I want to create a folder. So mkdir exercise 2. I list everything out. Exercise 1, exercise 2. It says create 2 empty files. Oh, it says change into exercise 2 directory, cd exercise. So I typed ex tab. It auto completed exercise underscore. Now it's like, hey, which one do you want to open? I want to do exercise 2. Now I'm in exercise 2. I want to create 2 empty files called Mike_Platoon, which is a Python file, and Mike Platoon, which is a JavaScript file. Now I'm going to list everything out. I get in the habit of every time I create a file or CD into a new file, I always list everything in there. It's just kind of a natural habit because I want to see the contents of what I'm working with. So I listed everything out in that current directory I'm in, which is the exercise 2. Now I want to delete the exercise 2 folder. So I want to go up 1 level and list everything out. So I've got the exercise 2 right there. How do I delete the exercise 2 folder?
RM, RF.
RM space dash RF exercise 2. Now, if I list everything out, again, exercise 2 is no longer here. It's just exercise 1. And now I can change back into exercise 1, list everything out. I got that awesome text. Go back out 1 directory. Now I'm in the list everything out. I'm back into exercise 1. Go back out 1 directory, which is the desktop now. So now I'm in the desktop. I'm just going to list everything out just because that's what I'm used to. And now I got the command line exercise. I got a RM-RF command line exercises. Now, if I list everything out, command line exercise is no longer there. Now I can clear it, clear the screen, and now we're done. Does anybody have any questions about command line exercises or just navigating your desktop? Again, if you just type, not again, but if you happen to just type CD and press enter, it takes you all the way back to the root directory. So if I'm in here, the desktop, if I'm in, what I should be in, US National Parks, LS, assets. So if I'm all the way out here and I accidentally press CD, enter, it takes me all the way back to my root directory. So it just goes all the way back to the very top.
I think I had to run a sudo command to delete my exercise 2. Is that normal?
No. Did you have to do that? Was it just your exercise 2 you had to delete?
I kept using the command just as you did, rm tech rf exercise 2, and then I did it like 2 or 3 times because it wasn't working. Then I would ls each time it was still in there, and then I just tried running sudo in front of it, and then it deleted. So
you ran rm space dash rf?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back up later if it's a problem.
Okay. I heard someone else talking.
Oh, I was just asking how you cleared everything.
Oh, yeah, it's literally just clear.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No problem.
We're typing in terminal.
you-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If you delete the wrong thing, is there a way to get it back?
No, unless you literally go into your trash bin and take it out. So if I go into here, oh, it's not even in here. No, there's really not. So if you accidentally delete something, I don't know of a way of getting it back.
I think when you're using RM tac R, if you hit what you delete whatever, it'll ask you if you want to. But if you use RF, it's gone forever.
Yeah, and just be cognizant of what directory you're in your local in your terminal. So like right here, I've got my Platoon's information. I've never accidentally deleted a file that I did not want to delete.
Is there a way to create a directory and then immediately change into it instead of having to you make dir and then you change directory into it? Is there a way to just streamline that process like a one-liner?
Yeah, there definitely is. I don't know it off the top of my head though.
I think it's double ampersand.
Is it? That's what I was gonna say. So if I wanted to go, create a new one, make directory, new dir, like that, or like that.
Ampersand, the and sign.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
right.
You have to put a command after that.
Oh,
you-
okay. So it's the
Yeah,
two
yeah.
commands right to one another. All right. So it'd be like that, and then cd new dir right there.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
cd rm new. Oh. All right. Oh, whoops. What am I doing?